Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday morning. A lot of people like the video I filmed of Chiang, so today I'm going to go down into Hua Hin and film it on my Vespa. Going to meet some friends that I meet every Wednesday for breakfast at my friend Dean's place. His place is called Coffee and Dreams. So come along for the ride. All right. Whereas in the other video we were heading north up to Chiang, now we're heading south on Phetkasem Road down to Hua Hin. A lot of people ask me what the difference is between Hua Hin and Chiang. Chiang seems to be a little bit more laid back, a little quieter. There's still a lot of Farangs that live up there, but there's definitely more expats down in Hua Hin. It's livelier. There's a few different bar streets, nothing like Bangkok or Pattaya or even Phuket, but there is some nightlife down in Hua Hin, and things get a lot more dense. The population density is much higher down in Hua Hin. A lot of people live closer together. So we like living where we live because it's a little bit more chill, but some people like to be right in the heart of it. Being, married with two dogs, we tend to be pretty mellow at night. We watch a lot of Netflix. So this building on the left, this huge building, is actually like an abandoned hotel or complex. I don't know. It's been there since I've been there. I don't know if they have any plans to tear it down or what. I think it looked like you'll see a lot of buildings that are partially constructed that have been kind of abandoned. I think it happened during COVID. Thailand really locked itself down when COVID hit. So, money dried up. I know of one place where apparently the Chinese had invested a bunch of money into it, and then COVID hit, and then they just kind of abandoned it and walked away. So right there on the left, we just passed Hua Hin's airport. The underpass, or the tunnel that I went through, that actually was the runway going overhead. So planes literally take off right above your head. There's plans for Hua Hin to increase its airport capacity so that it can fly more international flights. Currently, the only flight that flies out of Hua Hin is a flight 4 times a week up to Chiang Mai in the north of Thailand. So they want to expand that and get flights to Kuala Lumpur and other close destinations. Probably within 3 hours. I'd guess as far as Singapore is how far they'd go. So this bridge or this overpass thing, gold thing, that is actually the city limit. So we just passed from Chiang into Hua Hin. See the macro on the right hand side? That's where my wife and I do a lot of our grocery shopping. But yeah, you can already see if you watch the Chiang video and then you watch this, how much more dense it starts getting. Now we're still in the northern part of Hua Hin, so it's got more of the types of stores and places that people that live here need to go to. Hardware stores, furniture stores, car dealerships, things like that. When we get deeper down into Hua Hin, you'll see more restaurants and bars and massage parlors and things like that. So Hua Hin has a population of about 126,000 people. That was as of January 2025. I believe the expat population is somewhere around 15%. I could be wrong. If somebody knows the right answer and can put it in the comments, that'd be appreciated. It's known as it's where the summer palace for the king and queen are, and we'll pass that, and I'll point it out to you when we pass by it. But a lot of people from Bangkok come down here on the weekends just to go to the beach and hang out. The resorts are very affordable. I've done several reviews of the resorts in Hua Hin, and you can check them out on the channel. But they average, especially right now during the off season, about $100 a night for a regular room, and these are nice resorts. I mean, like 5-star resorts that I've shown in the video. So it's a pretty good rate for that. I stayed at I had a breakfast buffet at the Sheraton, all you can eat. I mean, huge. This is the summer palace on the left-hand side here. and it was 450 baht, which is really not bad. You have to excuse my voice. I got a little frog in it for some reason. Not good considering I'm going to be traveling starting this weekend. On the left here is a Villa Market. It's a grocery store and an Index Living Mall, which is a big furniture store. It's actually my wife's favorite place to get stuff for the house when we need it. You can see there's a BF Goodrich on the left-hand side. There's really no shortage of, mechanics and things, and it's super, super cheap, affordable to do. I took my Vespa in for its first maintenance. They drained the oil out of it, changed the oil, did all kinds of stuff to it, and it was like, I don't know, 150 baht, which is $4 roughly, $4.50 for that maintenance visit. So yeah, getting stuff fixed here is pretty easy. You know, they have all the same contractors everybody else does. Electricians, plumbers. I have we have a giant propane bottle underneath our cooktop, and when that empties out, I usually call my property manager. He calls the guy who comes on a scooter with all these huge, humongous propane tanks tied to it. And then he brings it in, hooks it up, takes the old bottle. It was 450 baht, which is like $14. And I just replaced it after 8.5 months. So that's what I use to cook with. And my wife and I, we cook probably at least 5 times per week, at least. So this is more of the Summer Palace on the left-hand side. Apparently you can do a tour. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to figure out how to do that so we can go take a tour of the place. Probably only when, obviously, the king and queen aren't present there, I'm guessing. There's a Mattress City right there. You can get all the major brands of mattresses. You can get, Sealy, Serta, Tempur-Pedic. The beds that we had furnished for us in the villa were pretty hard, so I bought like memory foam mattress toppers for them. I just ordered them from Lazada, which is like the Thai version of Amazon, and they came and we threw them on top of the beds, and everything was cool. So now we're getting more into the downtown portion of Hua Hin. This is more of the main, still not like where a lot of the partying is going on, but we're getting more into the heart of Hua Hin now. And you can see it's getting more and more congested. There's stores in every building. During high season, I don't even drive to Hua Hin on Phetkasem Road, which is what this road is that we're on, because there's 4 or 5 lights in here, and it can end up like almost doubling the amount of time it takes you to get into Hua Hin. So I don't even bother with it during the high season. So here I've arrived at my friend's coffee shop, had breakfast, and now I'm gonna head back, and I'm gonna take you a slightly different route going back. Again, his restaurant is called Coffee and Dreams. It's on Soi 102. I highly recommend, for those of you who watch this video who live here, give it a try. It's really, really good. Good prices, and he's got air conditioning, so that's nice too when it's really hot outside. But yeah, so here we are going north up Soi 102, and I'm only going to shoot part of this because I'm trying to keep this video not as long as the last one. But Soi 102, there's lots of bars and little restaurants, and there's a bagel shop that just opened up, and which is really good. I think it's called Hello Bagel. And then there's a little open fresh produce market there on the left-hand side. Then we are going to shoot down. We're going to go cross Soi 94. I don't know what the name of this road is, but if you live here in Hua Hin, you would know it because it's a pretty major route to cut across. This just helps me avoid Phetkasem Road for a little bit, just because it does get really trafficy on there, and with the lights it can become kind of a pain in the butt. But this is like a little back alley road. We're going to pop out right near Scruffy's, which is a new Irish pub that opened up here just a few months ago. My wife and I actually went there for the first time for lunch last Sunday, and it was pretty good. I had buffalo wings, and she had what did she have that day? I can't remember, but hers was good too. I think she had a Thai dish. She might have had a pad Thai. Yeah, so this is just a good way to cut off some of that distance to Phetkasem Road, and I kind of like going down these. I definitely enjoy going down these small streets more on the Vespa than in my car. You can see there's certain parts where kind of choke points and it gets pretty tight. It's just a little less nerve wracking to do it on a scooter. But we're gonna go right by a little kind of bar district, and I'll point it out to you so you can see it. Lots of little residences. We're basically on the road going behind Market Village and Blueport, which are two big shopping malls. They are quite good sized shopping malls too. There's tons of videos on YouTube that you can Google search Market Village Hua Hin or Blueport Hua Hin and check out if you're interested in seeing what that looks like. But yeah, you can see right here at Chokeport, you can get two cars through here, but it's two-way traffic. So what usually happens is if two cars are coming on the same way, one has to stop and let the other one kind of come through, and then vice versa. Yeah, you can see the two-way traffic right there. All right, so crossing Soy 94 right now. On the left-hand side up here is Scruffy's, that Irish pub I was talking about. There's a bunch of good restaurants in Soy 94. There's also lots of massage parlors and bars. I'll have to do a video at night. Thailand really lights up at night. This place on the left is called Siam Handlebar. It's a motorcycle shop. This is where I got my helmet for my Vespa. There's actually a Vespa dealer in Hua Hin. That's where I bought my Vespa. Vespas are a little bit more pricey than if you want to get like a Honda or something like that, but it's what I rode for 3 years when we lived in Italy, so I was more comfortable just being on it. But you can see a bunch of bars here on the left-hand side. So that's just a sample, but there's actually quite a few bars when you get down in here. Like we just passed a bar on the right. Then we'll get through this area where there's a couple of housing communities, and then there's more bars, more massage places. Yep. So here's some more bars and places. There's a place that's real popular with my friends called Woodstocks, which is up here right on the right. They usually have live music. I don't know periodicity. I don't typically go out to the bars here at night because I'm married and I don't want to. But anyways, we have gone out a couple times, my wife and I, just to see what the scene's like, and we have fun. And it's not expensive to drink here. It's if you're drinking Thai beer like Chiang or Leo, it's probably 60 baht for a beer, so a couple of bucks, couple $3. So yeah, it's not overly expensive. It's not like you're going to a big city where you're paying like $15-20 for a drink. But it's we're just not bar people anymore, I guess. So here's one of the crazy intersections that you have to get where this is actually Soy 88 that I'm turning on to. And everybody just kind of merges together, so you just got to be careful and be deliberate with your actions so you don't spook anybody. Up here on the left is the new train station for Hua Hin. So if you come and visit by train, this is the train station you'll come to. And it's really cool architecturally. I think it's a pretty cool looking train station. We rode the train once. My wife wasn't a big fan, probably because we rode in an unair conditioned car, and so they had all the windows open. But they would make stop. There's like 8 or 9 stops between Bangkok and Hua Hin, and it's about a 3-hour train ride. And every time the train stops, flies will fly into the train, and then these people come on and they will be selling food and drinks and stuff like that. I actually kind of liked it. I was buying, you know, cold, ice cold soda from them while the train was going, but my wife didn't like the heat and the flies, so no more trains for us here in Thailand. We'll probably just do the bus or taxi. There's a bus that runs, it leaves from right near the airport and takes you straight to Savarnabhumi Airport, and it's $12 each way, and it's air conditioned. It's one of those big touristy luxury buses. So that's a good option. And then the other option is taxi, and we pay 1,700 baht to get into the heart of Bangkok from Hua Hin. It's about a 2.5 hour drive in a taxi, and 1,700 baht is $52. So for a 2.5 hour taxi ride up into the heart of Bangkok, $52 US or 1,700 baht. I think that's about average. I mean, some people pay a little bit more, some people pay a little bit less. We drove to Bangkok once. I made the decision to not drive anymore to Bangkok because it's just too crazy, and if you get in an accident, it's going to cost you a fortune. So it's just not worth it. We just take the taxi or take the bus. Anyways, that's about all I've got for today. I really appreciate you watching the video. If you could, please like and subscribe to the video. It really helps the algorithm and helps us make more of these videos. Right now, according to analytics, 96% of the people that watch our videos are not subscribed. So you really help us out if you could subscribe. I really appreciate it. Anyways, have a great day, and we'll see you on the flip side.